Have you ever been watching the news or get on Facebook and Instagram and hear of a crime that has been committed that is so disturbing it's hard to even listen to? Well, here lately I've heard of quite a few that break my heart. Today I would like to talk about the death penalty. While I'm aware this is a morbid topic for this time of year, but it's something that should not be abolished. Currently there are 19 states without the death penalty. Just to name a few are New York, Washington, D.C., New Mexico, Minnesota. In October of 2016, there were 2,902 people on death row. And I'm a firm believer in you get what you put out. If there's a man or a woman that can act out such a heinous crime, then they need to be punished as such. If you're a monster to society, then you need to be treated like one. Beyond the fact of deserving it, there are families that have to live with the fact that their mother, father, brother, son, or daughter has been taken from this world, and the person that took them away is still alive. I do believe that the most extensive investigation needs to take place before the death penalty is taken. But there's even been cases where people have been wrongfully accused and they've been exonerated. And I think that that's fair. I think that people deserve a fair trial and a fair jury, and that every resource needs to be exhausted before the death penalty is taken. I would never want somebody wrongfully accused to be sentenced to death, but I do believe if you're the culprit, then you need to pay for what you've done. I think you need to be judged not too lenient, but neither too harshly for your crime. The saying is an eye for an eye, and I fully agree with this statement. Albert Fish committed his crimes against children. Fish was a serial killer, molester, and murderer of even cannibalized 5 of his victims. He was only proved to have cannibalized 5 of his child victims, but he claimed as many as 100 of his victims had met a similar fate. There was little argument at the time regarding his execution, and there would likely be little argument today. Fish was executed by the electric chair. For crimes like this against children, there's no question at all. Women, children, and I think that the severity of their crime should be taken into effect. Accidents such as car accidents and you kill somebody, or things that are accidents and people die, I couldn't see doing the death penalty for that. But for people such as Albert Fish that took his crimes against children and knowingly did what he did, is wrong. Now, if the death penalty had not been allowed, this man would still be alive. And how could anyone go to sleep knowing that they let this man live his days on earth while all these children are gone? A different example is Andre Crawford. He killed 11 women on Chicago's South Side over the course of 6 years. He would lure his victims to an abandoned building and then strangle them, beat them, or stab them. As they lie there dying, he would rape them. Disgusting. Later, he returned to have sex with the corpses. And none of this was enough for him to get the toughest punishment allowed under Illinois' law. The death penalty was not given to him. Crawford, at the age of 47, escaped execution when 2 jurors refused to sign his death warrant. And this is not justice. I feel that everyone is entitled to their opinion, but your opinion shouldn't take away from the justice of those who have been affected.